Hey everybody, and welcome. They finally did it. They added dragons to Crusader Kings 3 Game of Thrones. It will be coming out in the summer. I will have early access. As a content creator, I'll be able to post videos maybe a week, maybe a few weeks before the mod is actually out and developed for the dragons. I'll be able to beta test and just work it out, prepare it for you guys. I am super honored by that, super glad that they gave me the ability to do that. My channel's not that big. I know they could always give it to the bigger channels, so it's really nice to see developers help the little guy out. Okay, let's go through a deep dive with this trailer. I am playing the music. I was able to play the Game of Thrones new music that they have called Fire and Blood. I think this will be included with the new update. Okay, so what is this? Let's go through this. Talarian, your knight. Okay, so dragons will be included in the knight system, and a dragon. Okay, so that's going to be a whole separate thing. Tamed dragon too. So I know that this section right here is based off the what was it? Relationship towards, or how the character acts. So maybe a tamed dragon will be completely different than a wild dragon in terms of relationship. It looks like it has its own education focus here. Looks like it's hail. I believe that's the hail trait, athletic. Maybe it's going to be called something else for a dragon. And its own dragon trait here, which looks really interesting. Whole new things. 3 new traits here. 3 dragon specific traits. It looks like, and there's a little cat on top of the dragon's head there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. See if my computer can handle that. Okay, so we have a cat on a dragon. Maybe the dragon is kind. Maybe he's friendly. If I remember from Dragon Tamer mods from CK2, they gave additional traits. This dragon is looking for a chicken right here. Maybe that proves that he's ravenous, or like even small things he would eat. So could be like a caring, hungry dragon. Look at that barber shop icon right there. Could you customize your dragon? Possibly. That seems like a very possible thing. And what's this last one? Looks like he's asleep in the middle of an arena, perhaps, middle of town. Maybe he's too friendly with the populace, or maybe he's slothful. Not sure. We have different icons here. Okay, so we have a claw here. Maybe that's his prowess, dragon prowess, perhaps. Not quite sure. I'm pretty sure this would be prowess. If anything, prowess would make sense, like for dragon conflicts. What do you guys think? This one would be a red and green. Perhaps this would be some sort of prestige the dragon has. Maybe like what people know of him. People might find how frightening the dragon is. This could be dread. I know dread is a 2-100, so it could be like a dreadful, terrifying presence of the dragon. Maybe use that with D&D, perhaps. Terrifying presence. I believe this dice here would be the taming chance. Maybe percent taming chance. You have like a -4% or -4 odds to tame the said dragon, or to, if it goes wild again, to tame it again. Not sure. This looks like growth, the rate of growth for the dragon. I don't. This would probably be based off of the dread and the fighting prowess of the dragon. We're gonna have go ahead. You see, it has its own animations like that, and look at that. You can see it grow. So let's go ahead and bring this back here. Put it at a lower speed. Playback speed, maybe 75% here. Bring it back down this way. I'm not playing the audio or anything because the narration is way too good and I don't want to ruin that. Okay, so you can see him grow. You see that? And check this out at the bottom left here. It looks like a icon to put it in the dragon pit, perhaps. I believe that's where, see how it grows. That is so cool. Traxies. And here's an event here. that you can see. Notice that bottom right there? That's a Blackfire. Blackfire icon, I believe. No, wait, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that's Blackfire. Huh. So Blackfire got the dragon. Interesting. Looks like he's at war. Perhaps he's allied with the Yornwoods, with the Fireball, with the Martells, perhaps? Could this be a hint at the... Ooh, could this be a hint at maybe we're about to get the first Blackfire Rebellion submod? Or is this just a part of the 9 Penny Kings? I don't recognize this king at all. Refusing marriage. Interesting. I set up to saddle Velops, swinging my legs over and feeling the powerful muscles flex beneath me as I tighten the straps of my saddle. With a command and surge, I feel him lurch upwards, and in a second I am soaring through the open skies. Time to practice our aerial maneuvers. Okay, so that would probably be a benefit for yourself right there, so you could maybe gain prestige, maybe increase the dragon's prowess. That makes sense. Increase our aerial maneuvers, lead the way of Velos. That would probably maybe increase the dragon's trust towards you. And I believe this one right here, the wind, the sky, such freedom, is probably just a stress relief mechanic by itself. I have a feeling this one would be more where the dragon would trust you more, and this one would be to make the dragon more powerful in a fight. Very cool. Look at that animation there. Travel the beautiful skies. Take flight on your dragon. Entourage. Oh, they added it. It's a travel mechanic. Oh, I just got that. Okay, so you can have a separate travel mechanic with your dragon. Soaring high above the clouds, the world unfolds beneath you. Looks small and peaceful. Small, but infinite as the horizon stretches beyond the eye in all directions. The scene before you feels painted with the hues of a fiery sunset that bathes everything in warm golden light. The cool, brisk air brushes against your skin. You glide over towering mountains and lush, verdant valleys. Every breath is pure, crisp freshness. Truly blissful. How glorious. I am like the dragon riders of old. I'm sure that would be prestige. This one would just be a stress relief, I believe. Being up here brings me closer to the gods. That's probably a piety mechanic. I bet there's maybe a 0.1% chance, or maybe a percent chance, where if you're a bad dragon rider, if you absolutely suck, you could just fall off your horse. Or, sorry, fall off your dragon. Targaryen's version of a horse, I guess. Very cool. Love the animations there. And look at that. Look how nice it looks right there with the little animation. Let's go ahead and slow down the playback speed a little bit there. Let's go ahead and pause it real quick. I need to restart this music of how good it is. So you saw him make a little like face right there. So they have blinking animations. Look, his eye moves. Dragon Conquest. You see that, guys? Look at that. Dragon, draconically subjugate, draconically conquer kingdom, draconically conquer duchy, draconically conquer county, and free slaves of the 3 daughters. Interesting. 3 daughters campaign. You know what was around during the 3 daughters? The dance of dragons. Are we getting a Dance of Dragons start date? I believe so. That seems like it makes sense. Could this be a young Viserys? Allies 1, maybe the Rogue Prince. Okay, there's another one. Look at that. I can't quite get that right there. Prince of Me Too Obscurity, the second son. That is a Rogue Prince sub bookmark. Yep, second son. I can already get it. I'm a big nerd when it comes to Game of Thrones. So that's definitely Rogue Prince. See stepstones right there. That's definitely Daemon Targaryen. And that's his dragon. Man, I wish I could... What was the name of your dragon? Type in the comments. Tell me how bad I am at knowing my own favorite lore to the game. Vermithor was the dragon that he spoke to. I believe that is what it was. And Look at that. Second sun. Stepstones right there. Very, very cool. And check this out right here. We have Dance with Dragons, a whole event seed for that. Very cool. Oh, his dragon was Caraxes. That's what it was. Yeah. He spoke to Vermithor, I think, in the show, but Caraxes was this thing. I had to check myself that because I was, where you like know the name of the dragon, but you have to make sure. All right. Adarian and I dive lower. The battle of Split Spring raging just meters beneath us before we bank around towards the sky, bathing another group of enemy troops in flames as we do. So dragons will have mechanics in armies, in fights. Across the now smoking field, I see Ormond astride Hinkyrix, roaring loudly as they charge directly towards us. A kick of my heel spurs Adarian's wings, and the dance is afoot. Strike them like a bolt of the blue, or we'll rip them to pieces if they approach us. I'm sure that we'll rip them into pieces will be judged off your dragon's prowess and your dragon's speed here at the bottom here. Strike like a bolt from the blue. Very cool. I like that. Owned dragon, not tamed. New things here. Like how cool he looks. Owned a dragon, so he is a part of your dragon system here. What location would this be? I'm not quite sure. Someone type in the comments where you think this could be. I believe this could be somewhere near the, not the Vale. There's water there, so this could be right next to Blackwater. Anyways, he's a mouse in a maze, so maybe he gets confused easily. Or maybe he is just scared or something. There's a dragon with a crown. Maybe he's an arrogant dragon. Maybe a proud type dragon. And giant teeth and a giant mouth. Perhaps he has really strong physical capabilities. But you can tame with the dragon or bond with the dragon. Perhaps specific new diplomacy for him as well. Really cool. And look, you can see his icon here as well. Very cool. Bonding with the dragon might mean you have, if you want a better chance at taming it, a bond would probably be even better. Attempt to bond. Taming your dragon before bonding is extremely risky. There it is. A dragon's den. I have tracked Monares to its lair. Oh, so you can kill it with the mirrored shield, just like the story in the dance. A warm and damp cave in King's Landing. A foul odor clings to the air, a repelling scent of decay, ripe with the smell of seared flesh. Littered on the stones of the cave entrance are the charred and remains of humans and animals alike. What horrors lurk beyond the mouth of the forbidding cavern? What challenges await? Perhaps I should form a plan. So you fight with a mirrored plant shield, just straight up confront him, or second thought, this is a bad idea. Yeah. In the trailer, it also showed maybe there could be wildfire mechanics as well. Wow, look at that. It's a whole dual icon here like that. And you guys can read this here because it's really cool. Facing the dragon. I wonder if it's like has its own animations. You could even execute your dragon. Lord Argos's faith of R'hllor is considered to be either hostile or evil to your faith, allowing him to execute you. You can burn him at the stake, but how about you feed him to the dragon, or burn your dragon alive, or stomp on him, or drop him from the sky, or crush him with your tail? That's so cool. Just straight up feed someone to the dragon. I hope they add some sound effects to that. And there it is, guys. There's the trailer. Please watch the trailer on the CK3 Game of Thrones. Give it a like. Give it everything it needs. These guys have been working really, really hard. Let's check out the dev diary as well. The vision. And it's Uber. Uber is awesome. He's the guy who helped me invite to the Discord and everything, and he gave me a really good chance. Heads up, hearts to Uber, guys. He's a really cool dude. I hope you guys enjoyed our reveal at ModCon. Our artist Hall, a handful of others on the team have been working hard to craft something special. But what about the name of the game? The reason you're here, tell us about dragons. Yes, the video was amazing. Props to Hall. Please watch the trailer, guys. I'll link it in the description. When CK3 Game of Thrones released April 14th, we did have a teaser for the dragons. They knew that they would do the 9 Penny Kings first. It was close to our date for the bookmarks to start expanding. And so they will have dragons here. On the same day, a funny remark from a talented modder on CK3 appeared from CK2's Buxor, and an amusing Easter egg that they had dragons in the folder there, and that was the placeholder. While the team continued on NPK, setting up initial plans, voice call, they really wanted dragons. Yes. How could I bring a dragon to demand a siege or to deal casualties directly to an army if the game has no straightforward effects to do so? For a placeholder until something better. I found out that night effect in this could, as a modifier, immediately while in battle, update as needed, destroying the enemy's number in haste. The issue was that it affected every single character raised an army at once. This would take some damn trouble hard to figure out. That's true, the night system in CK3 is very complicated. The night effect in this work like this, how could it? I'd save the issue for a future date. What interested me was jumping into CK2 Game of Thrones and playing a few games. If you know from my videos in CK2 Game of Thrones, what happens in CK2 Game of Thrones is you fight, you have your dragon in battle, and you click a decision, and the dragon is used in battle, and a percentage based happens, and you basically just kill off troops of armies. Why not have a scripter like me working on the side, touching and filling his work? So his vision of the dragon, so he has stuff hidden here, but you can see his design philosophy, which is really cool. These guys do it for free. This is awesome. Really cool stuff these guys do. That seemed reasonable. Okay. Do a cheap solution and make them artifacts or men-at-arms. They needed to be, in every sense of the word, fully realized characters who exist in a world alongside men. They needed to have frequent interactions with the world around them. These dragons and the systems connected to them had to integrate with the game's core mechanics. This approach should enhance the game's beautifully crafted 3D portraits and make the game's dragons truly enjoyable to play with. I completely agree. Man-at-Arms is kind of meh, but a dragon knight, yes, that would be really, really cool. After the great learning experience that they learned from coding during the Royal Bastards feature, that's another one of my things there, where it's about the Royal Bastards, where you can do coding. They did coding to like announce that someone was a secret bastard of a king, and you can take the throne that way. This feature, Dragons, is a culmination of over a year's of work, result of hundreds of hours of my time. At least many of Uber's and thousands of more like the teams were thrilled to finally be able to share it with you. Guys, that's so cool. Dragons will be released this summer. Don't forget, I will have early access. You guys subscribe, and you'll be able to see some of the really cool stuff that they'll have an offer maybe a week before it comes out. Really, really cool stuff, guys. Smiling through it all. Can't believe this is my life. That's so true. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. We're getting dragons, boys. The hype is real.